Welcome to this 33rd session of Ergonomics for Beginners Industrial Design Perspective. The current module number 8, Ergonomic Design Process, out of 4 classes. Today's session is class number 33, Design Process involving Ergonomics Check. So, gist of last class, where we have specifically discussed that a product or design space should establish compatibility between human factors principles and product or system features, comfort of use and functional reliability through product reliability and safety. Second issues were the design process involving several relevant ergonomics check issues. Third point, we discussed few aspects of ergonomic criteria for designing or redesigning a product or a system. And towards reliability and trustworthiness, requirement for satisfying various legal bases we have discussed. Now, with this background, today's session is a class number 33, the design process involving ergonomics check, where we are going to discuss some issues relevant. Regardless of what phase of the economy a person is involved in, every area of ergonomics and human factors, from environmental conditions and motivations to use of new communication systems, in a literal sense, it has developed and broadened considerably and generated a body of knowledge with varieties of specializations. We shall look into these issues with some examples in the following time. Now, the two issues are there. One is that towards preventing anticipated problems, design must fulfill a set of context specific human compatibility factors and gain total trust. Second issue, the clinical rectification steps are to be taken if any mismatch prevails that in long run use creates stress and health problems. So, this can be done through balancing task characteristics and human capabilities. Now, how we are relevant and how we can apply it, let us see with this. The today's design, the design today, that is the usability and pleasure. So, in this figure it says that the boy is playing a multi audiovisual player in a car, where the main thing appears from this figure that inquisitiveness to learn and feel trust. So, that without fear he can try to use this. Now, design is a practice. It has aesthetics, functional reliability and human aspects, affordability, and that is a reality. If the design I cannot afford to have it, then that design does not give me any benefit. So, the functionality and reliability, this issue we can say that a frequency of use it should satisfy, mode of use, maintenance facilities, repair and reuse, and proud possession, that feeling should be there. So, a product should have two issues we should consider, that is usable and pleasurable. Usable is functional and reliable issues, and pleasurable is that aesthetic perception, attractiveness, feel good to possess and joy in use. Thus, a total trust can be achieved. Now, some issues we are discussing now. One point is that honor the user and their practice rather giving a complete new thing. Technology to satisfy urban and rural sector. Urban and rural requirements, that is variations versus similarities, we must need to consider. In these figures we can say that in this here is a short type of device the person is using to level the grass heads. So, the movement and etcetera how they are using it can be used. So, in certain places where the lawnmowers are not able to perform its task, in those cases this type of some specific development we may require it. Now, here the sequence of operation is being shown here. Now, after with this analysis, the movement pattern and etcetera, the device can be designed. So, this is the device is like this. This is the cutting area and this is the holding. Now, if a completely new design, suppose in our paddy field, when paddy is ripe, normally we harvest this paddy with a sickle, but there are lot of problems are there and many designs have already been developed and are still that development process is going on by various agencies to achieve maximum benefit of reaping, where the user's comfort and health problem will be solved or will be tackled, handled. Now, one suggestion was there, one person has suggested that why not to use this type of device here, so that it can be cut. Now, question comes, any development should be context specific, means in normally in our country the paddy it falls after paddy is ripened, and so and it is haphazardly it falls. So, then if we use this type of equipment, then what happens? There will be heavy loss and the proper paddy harvesting is not possible with this type of equipment. So, there the sickle type of device is required. So, the development it requires its context specific use. Now, another thing is that so urban and rural development. So, one can say that rural and urban as per their behavior differences and then the ambience differences, the product also should be like that, means for city users product should be sleek, look good like that way, thin, something like that. Whereas, in rural area depending on that nature of the rural locations, it may be rugged. Now, in that case we cannot say that a product of this type of thing, a mobile, it should not be different for urban population group and rural population group. So, something it requires to be different, and but somewhere we require same approach. Now, it is our responsibility to judge the context and the requirement. So, the variations and similarities of a product development we need to consider. Why not to take our own technology, traditional technology for betterment with some new addition of thoughts. In this case, it is seen that the technology in practice in West Gujarat may be relooked into that rain water harvesting and cooling the interior of the home. Like in a terrace of those places, the terrace has two pipe holes, and these two pipe holes, if we see, this is from the inside of the terrace and this is the outside of that wall. So, these two outlets are there. One outlet what happens when the first rain comes, this one water outlet will be blocked, it is little higher than the floor level, it is blocked. So, what happens, the the first rain water it flows down this, go out, and after certain period then this will be blocked, then what happens, the water level will fill this, and then after sedimentation some top layer water will flow into this hole, and then it will through this pipe it will come to a storage chamber inside the home. So, this water it also gives that cool effect as well as the water supply when water scarcity is there. So, now this system one also can relook into for a newer application. One thought is there that now one type of development whether we can consider it like instead of making the whole room air conditioned, specifically in hotels or somewhere else, maybe if we have a small cover like this, a small cover, this small enclosed space and then one AC inlet. So, what we can say that this much area will be filled in air cooled air conditioned air, and so the whole room we do not need to spend energy, it will be energy saving also. But there is some concerns are that if a single way of air inlet is there, then there will be a circular movement of air. So, some people may not like it. So, that if it is front, then the thrust and etcetera will come, and so people may like, may not like, but some study is necessary. But before that some prediction can be done or some anticipated design thought may be that we may have this is one layer, then another layer may be there. So, that if the air inlet we can make it in between these two layers and then let it flow with this, and then there will be some small holes. So, that with that some back air flow will be here. So, it will have a without any turbulence a constant air flow kind of thing. So, that type of development means if there are two layers like this way, two layers. So, what happens, the air flow will be through this, then main air flow will go like this way, but then this air flow will come inside. Like that a air conditioned bed can be developed, but this is a concept only, but now we can make it a good design. Another thing is that to honor the old, now the firewood etc. for making our day to day life people use, but earlier what happened, still in villages we have a special mud made stove where we have that 1 or 3 openings. Like if we see that today's the cabinets and etcetera for we have 4 burners and with some switches. So, we can control all the things, and when we require we can make it open or we may close it. Similarly, in the earlier system it was that maybe the 2 or 3 openings of the same hole, and then with one fire and one opening here we may put the firewood like that. So, when firewood burns, the flames will be here, will come out. So, at a time the 3 vessels can be used. If we do not need anything, then it may be covered. So, what is happened? Only one side controlled way we can have the fire. So, this type of solution. So, when these things are we are making with the modern technology, and this system we have already. So, for a rural requirement, how we can have a common interaction between this development and this traditional practice, that scope is there for development. With this development, when we consider the ergonomics and its ergonomics, it would be a good design, but sometimes what happens, some product in this figure we can say that it is mentioned that new, but X ergonomics. What does it X mean? Extra ergonomics. There is nothing called extra ergonomics. Ergonomic is, if we consider all these figures, it is good design. So, now still it is an imported. Now, a need based design development, easy to use and pleasure possession, it is necessary. When we are putting it here is ergonomic, but this product is imported for Indian use. Now, what Indians we require in our context, it may be considered. In this figure it says that the lady is using a stove where it requires to keep the stove a specific space is always engaged. So, seeing this at National Institute of Design, one product development trial was made where this product is like this. So, it may be folded up. So, when you require, you can fold it down like this, and after cooking and etc., when it is used, after use, you can open it and stand it. So, it requires minimum this kitchen platform space. So, a design, new designs or energy efficient methods and the ways to use them are to be compatible to the complicated human characteristics of different social strata and the context where these are to use. Human comes with assorted body size and many psychophysiological constraints. After considering this and the context, this type of development one we can approach. Now, for another issue is that is easy of handling and understanding about the proper use. Now, in this the product the person is using, the what type of product is and what function it can done with the product shape, size and form, appearance itself, it does not need to tell that how to use this product like this. So, the while handling at different position etc., the handling easiness it is already considered. Now, in this figure we are showing that different movement pattern and the design how it can take. Now, the task and design match. Now, when the person is holding a cup like this, the holding is like this, then it is coming to the mouth, and when it is like this way. So, in this case some uneven pressure if it falls here, this is a paper cup, it may squeeze and etc. And then when, so the how the hand movement and the cup movement is there. So, while designing a specific cup for this, these issues are to be considered. Like in this case, we can say that the semiotic design, how to use it. Like here, the product ergonomics optimizes the functionality, safety and comfort of products, especially when the physical interaction between man, product and surroundings is intensive. Like this scissors using. The scissors that have this rings are put in a certain way that it fits the fingers, and then how to operate it, we do not need to tell anybody how to operate it, because when it fits to your palm, then we know the correct way of using it. Now, another thing we can say that in this case, so this are the, we can say that this is a very common product we use we used. But now the thing is that in this, though it is a smaller section, small size and a big size, but still we know what it is for. And now, after seeing this product, how to hold it? Now, in this product it is kept in upside down. So, we do not require to show that whether it is really upside down, because if it does not fit, but it fits to your fingers holding and pressing like this. So, we know that which one is the right way of using it. In this, with this another matter comes that normally what happens when there is a staple, our behavior is that we use the papers not in a straight vertical or horizontal, not like this, not directly like this, but we normally open it with a little bending like this. So, it becomes a bending like this. Okay. Now, the question comes how we should staple it. Now, if we staple, normally if we staple somewhere in this position, then when we try to turn like this way, then there is a chance of tearing from this top point, the tearing chances are there. So, it may tear it. Now, if we do this stapling from stop this side, from the front one like this way, in this position, then what happens when we try to leave the page like this way, then it also starts tearing from this point, because our movement is a little circular movement like this. So, for that it would be better if we can have a staple in this position. In this corner position. So, what happens? It matches with this the dimension of this product. So, it matches in this position, means if we hold like this way, and then if this corner matches, then we can have a here. So, what happens? We may do like this, or with a circular movement like this way. The life for this staple will be little longer than earlier ones. So, now once we learn it, we normally tend to follow this. So, this proper design says that how to operate it. Once it is told to somebody, it remains, people will try to use like that. So, a design, its proper usage, sometimes it requires to tell at the beginning how to use it, then it will continue like that. So, in this figure it is shown like this. Another item, product is supposed to be work in single hand, but in need it cannot perform that. Means if it is placed like this way, then if we tear it, it requires a force, pressure. With that pressure, if I do not hold it, it is not stable in the on the floor. It is not stable. Then what happens? I have to hold it. Then what type of design it can have, so that without holding I can make it. Means what happens? If I need to use it, suppose this product I am making folds, I am making a fold, and then I want to put a staple here. So, I have to hold it, and then I have to tear this tape front, but with a single hand it is not possible. Then either I have to lift this, if I leave this, then it will open. So, keeping how I can keep this here, and then I can use it. So, a special design solution is necessary here. So, there are many attempts have already been done in products are there. So, still to make a gift type of item with this still this same utility value, the product's development scope is also there. Another thing is that to see the semiotic application of this type of product for puncture, how to use it, operate it, it tells with its own figure. So, people will use like this, people will not use like this, because it does not fit, does not match, you do not feel comfortable while operating it. So, where the product feature gives a comfort, that would be the right way of using that. Another item, you can say that some techniques one can develop to use, like if a single paper placed on a surface, there is chance of displacement. But if the same paper, if we have a small fold like this way, if a small fold like this, then what happens with this, it gives a structural strength to it, it will not flow, but still you can have hold like this, you can have hold. But in this case, it is not possible to hold this, it may fall it, but it gives a special strength. So, this type of things we also may consider for our development in designs, surface treatment and etc. One is that optimization of safety. Optimization of safety, people say that remove all the unsafe matter, but it cannot be possible. It is not possible also to remove all the unsafe things, because some unsafe things are necessary. So, just one incident we can say that one project was done for child safety, and this type of product children are not supposed to use like this, it is very dangerous product. But the thing is that in school they require to use it. So, then the question comes, how we can make it safe product with the function still on. Then some people say that this blade is very dangerous, so cover it as much as possible. So, just keep only the tip open, so that less exposure of the unsafe component. Some people say that to motivate use by the children, let it have a toy type of figure, so that they will like it. Like that many suggestions came, but finally after analyzing all the different components, its plus and minus points, it is found that the safety of this product lies with this lock, only, with this lock. Okay. Because when it is open, I know that this is unsafe. So, accordingly I can use it, but and accordingly I can apply pressure and move, but with that if this lock slips, then accident takes place. So, with this, for design point of view, one can say that the ergonomic risk of using this lock is a very important point. So, the product should be developed like that. It is not that avoid everything. Some people say that children is prone to accident. If there is a flame, lamp is glowing, is a single flame, we feel that a child will go and put his finger inside that flame. We have this fear and myth, but actually it is not possible for any child knowingly, just for inquisitiveness, they put their finger on a flame to see what it happens. Because when he reaches near, that heat sensation etc., it will repel him to go near that. So, that inbuilt safety features are already inside. So, the accidental issues that should be considered, like lock in this case. Another issue is that frequency of use mode, maintenance, repair and reuse. Now, in this bucket case, why it breaks in this position? Why it breaks? Because with frequent use, the load it cannot take it. So, while designing, then we can say that this portion should be little thicker, it should be little thicker than like that. Another thing is that use mode and use mode, here the transparent glass, the transparent material is used. So, inside what is their content one can see, textured cap is given for ease of use. In this case, in this Harpic, for the safety purpose, child lock, there is system that if you press these 2 points, then it opens up here, it opens up, then we can open it. Otherwise, it normally without pressing these 2 points to release these 2 buttons, these 2 area, it will not open. So, this type of safety things are there. Another thing is that many this type of tubes we see that head breaks. Among many reasons, one may be that here if the spiral area is like this here. So, if this is more than, so this is the cap, this is the cap. So, if this area is more than this, it is larger, this one is larger than this, then what happens? When we tighten this thing, it gives a pressure here, and so there is a chance of breaking it. So, in that case, one can consider that this height would be always higher than this place, means in this case, this here, this one it would be lower and this area would be the higher. In design, have the specific context and anticipated use mode and behavioral influences and movement considered. While manufacturing, context, material quality and finish, appropriate material and process used, care and carelessness, means while using it, whether we anticipate what type of behavior while using that, careless or careful. Knowingly, some features are provided that at the first instance people may feel wrong, but it is knowingly it is given. Like in this case, in this figure we can say that this is the figure. Now, if we open it, it comes out. Here is a little, it is not fully covered the circle. Now, in this case, if it is placed here, and then you can use it. So, what has happened? It is a provision is given to use it, it should not fall when you are using it, it should not fall like that when you are pouring something, and for maintenance and etc. it may be cleaned like that. So, this is a live hinge is given here. This type of development can also be possible, but at the beginning, first instance, we may feel that there is some problem, it is unfinished. So, what the features for a specific function, it should not give that feeling that at the first instance one should know, but once you know this matter, then there will be no problem, you can follow it. So, how to give this first instance, the first information, that is a design challenge. Another issue, some students exercise we are showing here, that as a class assignment we have done earlier. The student designing accessories for liquid containers. Now, the many containers are there showing here. Glasses generally have a cylindrical profile. It is difficult to hold them in case it is hot. So, there are many systems are being used, like the attachment design is for a glass, it serves as, here what happened, we made some kind of attachment specific thing. So, this is a flexible attachment, it can be used for any kind of glasses. If you put it inside, then you can hold it, it will give you a heat resistance, and when it is not necessary you can remove it also. So, here what has happened, a lifestyle accessories as an insulating ring to avoid contact with hot surface. Material is rubber type of things, nylon, rubber and silicone, whatever like that, but heat resistance material can be used, flexible, and dimensions depends upon the diameter of the glass. Means a specific range of glasses can be make a specific this rings. Now, one example we can show here again, like in this case the glass, the handle, it may be a specific handle like this that may be fitted here. Now, as an experience we can say that this is a glass, we can hold it, we can hold this glass, but now with a pressure if we can lift it. So, when we do not require this one, then this may be a single glass, simple glass, but when we are using it, let it have and then with extension let fix it here. So, it will be a cup like this. So, this type of development is possible and this is already available in market. The sample I am showing it for this experience of this matter. Now, another question comes. So, when we use this type of product, we normally do not, if it is a handle here, we do not force anything like this way or directly 90-degree angle. Normally, we put in this type of corner like this. So, then if this notch is in the front, then we have to do like this way only. If it is keep it here, then only like this way, but depending on various activities, if I want to pour here, here in different directions, then this has to be movable. So, a special design was developed in this that I am just showing this in a dummy figure here. Suppose this is we require to open it in this. So, then a specific cap can be developed that may be placed here and this cap may be moved as and wherever required like this. So, this cap is mentioned here, the cap is fixed here, this ring. So, the ring we can move wherever we require like that. Here another program is that conventional flask, the water comes from here. Now, while travelling in a train or somewhere else, when we normally these water pots are placed on floor. When we need to have water from here, then either we have to lift it and then take water. So, dirty and dirtiness it gives a problem. So, with that a thought has come and some people have tried to operate that, why not to have a special system that push cap valve lifting kind of thing. So, that what will be here? So, push the cap either from here or from here, then water will come up from these things. So, this mechanism is available, but its application in such type of requirement one can have a new design development, considering the human requirement of putting this nozzle little above the floor height, so that no dirtiness will come here. Such a case for a bucket. Design accessories for liquid containers like bucket. Bucket what happens when we lift it with that handle and then we lift it, many times we require to hold the bottom, but there is no space for that. Now, there is some bucket is available in market that has a special carved area like this. So, that here you can hold it, but this is the only one part. So, it gives a constraint of holding it. So, for that a special development was made in a bottom area, a special ring with a holder here. So, that if it is fitted here, then whenever you are required you can move it and you can fix it according to your requirement. So, the cavity for gripping is required. So, here it says that this is rotational disc opening for the top, wherever you want to pour the water. This is rotational cap, put it here, and this type of things may be placed it here. So, like this. So, it has a mouth, disc and clamps. Here also it has a ring opening and then clamps, mouth closure. Another issue we can say that using designing accessories for liquid containers using a lip. An element for design. The same lip form here fits onto any diameter. This lip it can squeeze and extend and gives various meaning. So, that was taken as a theme for a design development, and it was seen that if we use like a ring like this way, this one if it puts on a container, we can use on a cup for a specific pouring. This one if we have like this way, then this one for a pan we can keep it for pouring. We can have rotate it as a wherever we would like to fix this nozzle, and then we can operate it. And this one for the cooker type of thing where the larger base is required. This is number one type of development one can consider. Another development is that from this one a specific development was made like this way with that ring. If it is put on the cup with this small hole here on this top, you can pour over this. So, this can be used on a milk, tea or soup type of cup. Another version little larger with a hole here. Here there is no hole. Here it is here this is a curvature like this. So, water will flow over this. So, over this water will or the liquid will flow. In this case what happens, it is little larger. So, it is oil. Oil means you have to pour in a line. So, it will be easier to flow the oil in this. Another is that combining both a hole and a top here. If we keep on a cup, then if we push it down, there will be a ring like this. If we push it down, then from here it will be poured down. You can use as a cup type of thing. If we lift it up, then this will come here. Then what happens? We can pour it through this. So, this type of new thought and new development is also possible. Let us try using the same approach some other areas of development. Another issue we would like to say here that some filling, male female filling and etc. it is very well known. Now, with this the product leather product has a sexual affinity and then that relevance, the products are also like that. So, differentiation in design according to user gender and age, combining form and function linking with user's pattern, masculine and feminine form of a product may be perceived by the emotional and behavioral approaches, male female. For male use, ruggedness and angular etc. features should be there, and for female use, delicate curvilinear etc. approach and that type of application should be there. Now, with this we can say that so male requirement and female requirement may be different, but nowadays today's concern is that for common use, like even in this petrol pump also ladies are employed. So, the design whatever developed for a specific male domain area to work, now the ladies are also working. So, without altering the main functional requirement, how this male and female combined requirement can be fulfilled, that things need to be considered. Now, another thing is that using the sexual appeal, still in advertisement, in product development things are going on. Now, we would like to see here whether some myths or something applicable in some other context, whether it can be similarly applicable in different context. Like in today's if we can see that girls like to kiss boys with some small beards like that. In advertisement and other cinemas and etc. it is coming. So, if someone takes clue from this, like earlier heroes, they are having the clean shave, but now recently this type of changes have come, that male with beard, small beard, they are also preferred by girls. So, let us take this thing. For a while developing a lipstick, the semiotic application lipstick, if we want to give that feeling that while opening this lipstick, this type of some bristles will also come up while we are opening this thing, that some while this lipstick is coming up from this cap, from this container, the bristles also will come. So, while applying it, so that bristles will give you that type of feeling. So, this is one question. It was asked some girl students and the result was that they did not like it, because for one type of senses and the same senses for a specific product development are not always same. For the male also, the same thing. This type of figure is preferable, people feel, but while shaving this type of product, we asked the male students, they did not like to have a safety razor with a handle of a female body style. This type of human compatibility, that holding handles, handle sizes, like while operating this type of things, the people hold another position. For that a development was done like this, how people can hold it and operate it. The tongues are like this way, but while holding this tongue like this way, basically here, so the arm remains over the fire. So, to modify that, a specific development was done like this, so that arm remains away from the main fire point. This is a special toothbrush was developed for assisting the old and bedridden patients, that in having a finger and with this type of small brush, instead of brush there is a nylon or rubber made some features that resembles with the this lines of the thing. So, it will be easier to clean without any brush. Then one development is that while developing, giving a hair oil application, a thought, once it a student exercise was done. So, how we use the oil, a development was that a container where the oil will be filled, and with this strings the openings will be here. So, that with the finger pressure, that oil will come up from here and it will give you a oil oozes out with every push. So, it will evenly application will be possible like that. So, and then it may be refilled again with the oil. When a usable item and space is conceived with interface matching between users' compatible physical features and how our body behaves, the design would be well accepted. Evaluate the match. With this, we are concluding today's session. The design process involving ergonomic checks and some relevant issues with, and we have seen today some examples of that and some students' thoughts also in this. So, with this we can say, for a good design, the design ergonomic principles need to be considered, context specific application is necessary and creative idea generation, that ideation is necessary. So, observe and do it. So, till today this much, and next day we will see you again. Thank you.